TSM's new AD carry.
Thank you very much. I'm here with Keith. Keith, you're talking to other people, but you're supposed to be talking to me, man. You're already starting out on the wrong foot. It's okay, forgive you. Starting things out, you guys are up against Team Dragon Knights. They're 1-9, which is a bit misleading. What was your prep like, and do you think they were going to be this good?
I don't think we actually specifically prepared for them. It was more like a tryout for me when we scrimmed. I didn't expect them to be this good, but I was also nervous coming back, my first time in a long time. So, yeah, it was hard though.
So I want to ask about that. You said you were nervous. You played with Team Liquid last split. You actually had ridiculously good KDAs. You went 5-1 with them or something like that. What was the difference coming in now here with the TSM game? Why was it so different for you?
I think it had to do with the amount of time that I've been out because when you're not in LCS for a long time, you probably lose the feel of it, and that's what happened.
All right, so getting back into the swing of things tomorrow, next week, you'll do a lot better?
Yeah, hopefully.
All right, well, then let me talk to you about tomorrow. You guys face Gravity. They've looked really good this split. They're tied for second, I believe, right now. What's this match going to be like for you guys?
Gravity is actually a really good team, and I'm good friends with Altec, so I'm just going to try my best this week and hope that it's a fun game.
You hope it's a fun game. All right.
Fun game.
I assume you hope you're going to win as well?
Winning is a plus.
Winning is a plus, primary goal being fun. Keith, thank you very much. Congrats on the win. And we're going to send it over to the Analyst S to break down that game a bit further.
Thank you, Freak. And gentlemen, I want to talk about that man right there. Keith, let's just make an assessment of how he did in this first game back into the LCS and on this new team, TSM.
Yeah, he's been outspoken about how he's not the hugest fan of Sivir.
Yeah.
And he was going against an Alistar Triss combo that got an edge on him early in lane. But, he was the Sivir. He brought the speed late game. You have your Sivir ultimate. There you go. He had some really good spell shields as well on Alistar combos. So.
Right, but we did see kind of that lackluster laning phase, as you mentioned. TDK was able to get an edge on him, and that has been our concern coming in, that TSM's going to have to find a way to shore up that weakness for him to really excel.
Yeah, he's a team fighter. So you're going to throw him into any late game team fight, and you're like, all right, Keith will do his thing. He'll ultimate. Even when he's playing Jinx and things like that, he'll use his positioning to his advantage. That's pretty much his biggest strength. Shoring up that weakness, though, he can learn a lot from Turtle and from Lustboy on how to lane. It's just going to take a lot of time to do so when he's picking up new champions, kind of new champions, I guess, like Sivir, learning matchups and how the matchup kind of waxes and wanes with levels and power spikes.
We'll have to keep our eye on him to see if he does improve in that area. But hopping over to TDK, because I think that this is the team that we really should focus on coming out of this game. Kobe, you mentioned they're going to have to play like a first-place team. They're playing the new first-place team today, and they really did show up for this match.
Yeah. I mean, the early game was great. They had great individual plays. Their coordination was really strong. They did falter in the mid game, though. Obviously, there was the blooper play of the Tristana hopping forward. But even on top of that, some of the team fights that they had, they were a little bit hesitant and unsure if they could fully commit. So they would waver around a little bit and take some damage while they're waiting around to decide what their plan is.
Yeah, because of AP Ezreal. I hate that so much. That just feels so bad to play against, and even watching it, I feel sorry for everybody. You have to dodge every single ability, low cooldowns. If you take one of them, you're pretty much knocked out of the fight.
They were doing a good job of dodging a lot of the abilities, but this is the reason also why when you play AP Ezreal, you lock in your front line first.
Yes.
TSM, they first picked the biggest people that they could possibly get. They wanted some giant bodies in front of Bjergsen, so it makes it hard for you to get back to Ezreal. The Nautilus top works so well with it, builds full tank. He's just going to be a giant CC bot in the front and pull some dance moves off. Dyrus went back to his Singed days, and he played with the emotes as well.
Right, you've got the Gragas and the Thresh there too as well, just to make it even more difficult for you to get to the back line. And we did see a couple occasions though where Kez was able to make it back. The big one being in that top lane where they got the two kills, assassinating Bjergsen quick. So. But there didn't seem to be quite enough tools. TDK needed one more tool to get onto Bjergsen in other fights.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I think I was talking to Freak on the desk here during the game, and he was like, you think Vi's going to come back because of this? Because you need things to actually go ahead and catch Ezreal, and you don't have enough tools at that point. And Red side last picking Ezreal with his own escape, and you already drafted a tank line. You have to see that coming ahead of time, or ban it out, because otherwise you're like, we didn't draft enough to actually play against an AP Ezreal. The flank was cool, I liked that, but then the second fight afterwards that you saw, Lustboy was in a position to lantern him out. Regardless, he's like, oh, he got caught, you can E away to my lantern, you're 100% safe now. So there's just so many things that an Ezreal can do in these situations. And if you're on red side, it's just a wonderful pick all around. Like, you have to draft against it at the start and then play around it. It's so difficult.
I think people are going to start banning Ezreal. If not this patch, the next patch for sure.
Yeah.
So I definitely think it is in the cards for the bans, because it also does take a little bit of time for people to master for the mid lane. Because it is different from a Trinity Force regular style Ezreal.
Well, without a doubt, a very exciting second game of the day there. TDK definitely showing up, giving us a reason to believe they might be able to make this miracle run into the postseason.
I'm really excited to watch TDK games now. I'm excited to watch a wider variety of these games to be like, yeah, can TDK actually step up? And I loved watching them today. I loved watching them against Dignitas. I want to see what they can do when they move forward.
Well, luckily we get to see them again tomorrow. Now throw another dog on the grill, because we've got more LCS action coming your way. When we come back, the new Cloud9 roster. We'll try to close the gap with Team Liquid in our next match. Stay with us.
We have a lot of initiate tools. And let's play super vocal about when you hook too, okay?
Okay.
All right. And Keith, good luck, all right? I believe.
Ninja with the fancy beat, depth charge, can't let him do much! The shield's coming in from Seraph to save his life! Take a lantern. Rocket, it's gonna blow up, it can take him down, the bird is still on! He lives!
I'm ulting him, I'm ulting Victor. I got him, I'm coming in. Smoothie. Nice.
Okay, go mid.
Mid.
Go.
But they are able to stomp their foot down one last time. That's going to be Emperor where he doesn't want to be. And Team Solo Mid take down TDK.